Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Kevin, and today is Sunday, the 21st of March, 2021. Another bunch of twos and ones. There's probably a message in there somewhere. I don't quite know what it is, but 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. There you go. One of you numerologists out there, brilliant as you are, will be able to interpret all that. We are in the sun sign of Pisces. Not for much longer. At some point towards the end of the week, we travel on into Aries. Interesting. All right, so let's see. What do I want to share? So this week has been one of love and revelations and learning and transitioning. I've had the delight this week when I've gone into meditation to be in the presence of what I consider to be spiritual greatness. Two spirit guides came in to the meditation. First, randomly, Miriam came. The first day, I want to say it was Monday or Tuesday, she called herself Mother Miriam. And then she came in the second day and talked about being Miriam. And so I didn't quite understand who this spirit guide was because I'm not familiar, A, with this energy, and B, I didn't know all of them had names. What I do know is that folks who do this channeling work bring a collective of energies. So that's a little awkward for us in human physical form to understand it, because we don't really believe that, we're one person. We drop in, our soul drops into the body, takes on the body's physical characteristics. We learn to walk, talk, feed ourselves. We begin to adapt to the environment and to the teachings of those who are raising us. And there are different theories as to whether or not that was a choice before we came here or one that just happened. I think it's a bit of both. I think perhaps if you are an ascended spirit who chose to have another human experience, that human experience likely came with a desire to do some sort of work. That's why I believe the purpose of life and the life path that we're on is a continual quest for many folks who begin to start the great process of awakening to their highest potential. Some, it begins early. For many, it starts in childhood. How do you know this? Because when you watch children, if you're around children, and those of you that are not, should get around children, anywhere past 3 years old, where they've got many of the mechanics of a body, walking, talking, and then a personality begins to emerge, and the personality starts to automatically develop likes and dislikes, shows certain areas of creativity. And in that time, there's incredible wisdom that we wouldn't normally have, other than where did these children learn this from? Where did they get this from? How did they know this? This is incredible. This is uncanny. This is difficult. You hear parents all the time, particularly mums, talk about my child this, my child that, my child so-and-so, automatically my child such and such. And it seems quite lovely, the surprise that the parent gets to witness what they believe they created. And indeed, they did create it. They did create this human child. But the human child is a person, or at least a spirit or an entity that's in a body, which is how it's able to take on these different personalities. We were not, unless it's by virtue of science, created to be a clone of someone else. So the confusion comes into, well, are we just one spiritual energy in one body, or are we a collection of spiritual energies in one body? I would likely say that's twins. Not sure several different spiritual energies could spend a lifetime in one physical incarnation body. Now, the fascinating part for me is looking at folks who have either schizophrenia or multiple personality syndrome, and they, by virtue of the issue, are automatically channeling physically, emotionally, and everything that comes from the other spirits. I think it's mankind and humans that place harm and place a label upon those folks, such as illness. And indeed, those who live with more cases or more predominant cases than other folks are heavily medicated. I'm not a doctor. I'm going to stay out of that lane. I'm not a family member. I don't have anybody that I know of that has dealt with either of those issues. So I'm not going to debate that, other than to say it's fascinating in the realm of metaphysical phenomenon. Are these folks having different spirits inhabit them involuntarily or voluntarily? What I do know from many psychologists who've done hypnosis and hypnotherapy, when folks feel a level of fear, and you can kind of see it in yourself, there's the will or the desire to hide, to run, to get behind something, to get away from whatever this is, to not be seen, to pull the shutters down. I'm scared. And then there's another sense that fear turns into action and something takes over, and a person just launches into becoming Superman or Superwoman, or like accessing physical skills they didn't realize they had in order to pull somebody out of a burning fire or vehicle, to lift a very heavy object off of someone so they can get free. All of which these heroic acts are done seemingly without explainable human skill. It's something else. And you watch witnesses that see this, gracious me, what's happening? How is this possible? Which leads me quite nicely into the message. Now, I don't sit here and plan this talk about what I'm going to speak about. I've started saying how grateful I was for two energies that came. One was Miriam, the second one was Katumi. I ended up having to research both of them. Who are they? And I was quite blown away when I learned what I learned. The first thing that struck me was, wow, these two quite ascended master spirits came in, talked through me to you, and I didn't ask, well, I'm not sure I asked them to. They were invited to come if they wanted to, but I never said, well, I need this person, that person, or the other person. They just showed up and delivered a message that they delivered. And the same with this message. Thanking them for that led to, spirits and how we channel, which is actually deliberately what I'm going to talk about later on today. Let's have a look at what our daily message is, because it's important. 2. Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Azrael, for leading us safely through these changes. And then the earth angel. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me to be more like you. So, how do these two come together, and what makes them so cohesive? Let me have a quick cup of tea. I have been off coffee now. Wow, I don't quite know how long. It's been over a month. Haven't missed it. Oddly enough, and I'm digressing, I put my coffee pot up for storage today. Nothing wrong with coffee. I just felt like I don't really need that. It was upsetting my stomach. So, how do these two cards come into play with the message for today? Basically, it's balance. We are all, as we've talked about over and over, as doesn't matter what TV station you're on, what media you're looking at, what newspaper you're reading, what magazine article, the word COVID and the word change and the word new way of being is everywhere. It's now beginning to be like a weed you can't get rid of. So, in the change and transition, Archangel Azrael comes to gently guide folks forward into the new way of being. That's why we say thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Azrael was known as the friend of God who helps mediums with their connections to the spirit world. I myself call myself a psychic medium. I am able to pull and speak with and converse with folks who have lost the ability to connect with loved ones, people who knew someone on this life who've now moved into the other life. It happens quite randomly. What I know for sure is the more that I use this gift, the more that I serve people with this gift, I see a big transition from them before I start talking to them and afterwards. There's a big lift. There's a big, like, whatever suffering and whatever difficulties they had seem to have dissipated and gone. I now want, or my desire is to show everybody that this is possible, and to not hide it, to help them overcome the fear that they may or may not have with these energies that may or may not be showing up for them. Perhaps to sort through what is real, what is not real, what's coming from source, spirit, and what is being made up as what we call, in where I'm from, poppycock. There is no way of telling, but we have the power of intuition, and the power of intuition is the guidance that we have when we came into Earth, when we came here from source energy. So how did all that work? Well, before I get to how all that works, let me look at the Earth Angel. So angels, the angelic realm, the ascended masters, the higher spirits of the universe, are actually quite grateful to all of us. And if you're on this listening and you've got this far, you're one of us. Very grateful, very humble that we have chosen to move forward, to enlighten other people, to do their work. So the fact that angels are here talking, and that I should be opening angel cards and doing angel sessions and basically pulling in the ascended masters like Master Jesus, Archangel Michael, the fact that I'm choosing to do this is honoring the source energy that put me here to begin with. And for a while I thought, well, that seems to be a bit like a fraud, a bit like, what do they call that, imposter syndrome, because I've always thought, well, who am I to do any of this? What makes me think I'm so special? All of that is nonsense that got put in my head somewhere along the line, and I believed it. Believed it to such a degree that it clouded my way of being able to see just how talented the world is with talented people. So those of you who feel called, and you may not know that you're called, you might be like, I'm not sure if I'm called or not. And we all look for those definite validations. We want someone to show us a sign. Well, unfortunately, angels don't scream. They don't. They don't. Sometimes they do. No, I'm just being silly. They don't shout out loud. They will show us by putting things in our pathway that says, "Oh, numbers," for example. Kyle Gray, my teacher, talks about the 11, 22, 33, 44, and when you get double numbers, 21, 21. These are all lovely, delightful little whispers from the other side. Do we have to know what they mean all the time? No. We can go research it, especially if these repeated numbers pop up more than once, and definitely if it catches your attention. Whenever you're anywhere and something pops up that gets your attention, it's meant to. So the Earth Angel and Archangel Azrael together, your message for this Sunday, the first Sunday of spring 2021, is big transitions are happening. They're happening quickly. They're happening at a rate that we're not really used to. Go with the flow, know it's supposed to happen, and know without a doubt that there are higher spirits available to you through various different energies that are with you, working through you and to you and for you to help you move forward. If folks are not moving forward, if they're not able to take the change, well, they're not growing. And when the roots of a person, a plant, a tree, an energy, when the roots begin to start to die off and get starved of educational oxygen, inspirational oxygen, the stuff that we really should be tapping into, when those roots that help us grow and move forward starve off, other roots from other beings, from other energies, take over and move forward. And that root that got starved off because didn't want to grow, fearful, not sure, unsure, dies off, literally dies off, finishes. So Earth Angel, along with Archangel Azrael today, is reminding you that they are incredibly grateful, humble, and happy that you are balancing your energy with theirs, that you've given them an opportunity to work with you. So instead of working out what you want next in your life, ask yourself 3 simple questions. How can I be of service? How can I first serve myself? And how can I extend my help to others? How can I be of service? How can I serve myself? And how can I extend this help to others? And when you have the answers, know that they're guidance from your angels, from your higher ones, from your ascended angels. And they want you to be just like that, just like them, living your life in a balanced way. You'll become a living, breathing angel. There's an affirmation that I do, or done, and I've done it for years. I've done it since, let me just shut that off. There you go. There's an affirmation that I did way back in the 80s. I think it was 89, somewhere in there. And it goes like this. I am a star, and a star is a heavenly body radiating light. I am a heavenly body, radiating light. Therefore, I am a star. You repeat it. I'm a star. I'm a star radiating light. Where is it? I am a star. A star is a heavenly body radiating light. I am a heavenly body radiating light. Therefore, I'm a star. You keep doing it. I'm a star. A star is a heavenly body radiating light. I'm a heavenly body radiating light. Therefore, I'm a star. There's another thing that popped up that came to me, which is, in a way, me explaining to you, the more we practice this meditation, the more we keep our mind and heart and all the good stuff in us focused, balanced, and up, the stronger this connection becomes. And the connection we're having is part of the connection we're meant to have. So I came up with this from somewhere. I draw upon the cosmic light of heaven and let it shine throughout my being, and so it is. I draw upon the cosmic light of heaven and let it shine throughout my being, and so it is. That, for me, is a direct way to overcome the fear that I'm some kind of fraud, or that we don't know what we're doing, or that somehow somebody's going to out us. As you keep your heart open, your life buoyant, the way you are, you'll notice when things that are not lined up with that come in your place of space. Recently, I was reminded that we still have people that seemingly wear the mask of spirituality, but underneath it, the actions aren't very spiritual. It's a little like, oof, not sure about that. Okay, let me put a cap on it. Your job, my job, is not to police the actions of other people. We are not a judge, a jury, an executioner at all. Our job is to, if we can, find light, find joy, find peace, find harmony, find a balanced way forward. Because if we don't come to a point where we're not judging people whether or not they wear a mask during this, none of my business if somebody else wears a mask or chooses not to. None of my business if a person chooses to go and get vaccinated against the virus or not. That is nothing to do with me. Does that make me apathetic or I don't care? No, I care about me. How can I serve? How can I be of service? By first serving myself. By first deciding what's my intuition telling me to do today. Should I go and get whatever I need to go get? Oh, yeah, that feels good. That sounds good. And if you're in a partnership, then you've got these code of ethics that go with your partnership. You're in a partnership. This is, one part of it. You can come together. Partner one, partner two makes a relationship which becomes the third wheel, the third leg. One supports the other, yin yang. That's actually quite powerful, but it can also be very dangerous. I've seen partnerships that are codependent, deeply codependent. One will not, could not, do not grow, go, or do anything without the other. And the other, takes advantage of it. Becomes codependent on the control of it. Codependent on having to control another person. It's quite interesting. And I'm not a psychologist, so let's not get into, armchair therapy. But these are my personal observations. They're not for me to be giving people diagnoses. Thank you. I'm qualified to tell you all I need to tell you about hair colouring and cutting and styling and all that good stuff. I'm qualified there. But all the other stuff, no. Just sharing what I think and what I feel. And I think in that big all-round bubble, it would be what other people do, what other people think, what other people feel is absolutely none of my business. I care. If there's somebody I care about that could be doing something potentially harmful, then I believe I can be of service by trying to be kind. And before I'm stepping forward in that kindness, unless there's a barrier that I know we've got no boundaries, so we're good, personal friends, but it might be somebody I don't know well, and if I felt like they were talking in a way that could be harmful, and I kept feeling the urge to share it, I might be quiet and secretly ask in my head and my guides, my spirits, how can I best help this person, be of service to this person? Because what I feel is this isn't quite right. And it may be a simple question of, have you thought this through? And would you be open to me suggesting something to you? But be very clear. It's a suggestion. It's an observation. It isn't a judgment. There's observation, curiosity, and then there's the judgment. Then there's the nosiness. Then there's the gossip. And then there's malicious manipulation. You notice the word malicious manipulation starts with man. I love how this language comes together. Manipulation. Anyway, let's read our weekly Journey to the Heart message. Be interested to see if it lines up with everything we've been talking about. We'll see. March 21st. Nurture the seasons of your soul. Study nature's ways. Learn her rhythms, her seasons, her cycles. See how she hibernates and rests during the cold winter, using that time to replenish and heal. See how she bursts forth in a slow crescendo of green and bright colours over the spring, rejoicing in the inevitable new growth. See how she gives her all, her grandest performance over the summer months, before gradually descending into a final burst of changing colours in autumn. Watch her cool down, return to the depths, and again take time to replenish. The same seasons are within us. There are times to take action, to be busily involved with creating and doing and participating and giving. There are quieter times when we are being prepared for those times of activity. We cannot give and give without taking time to replenish ourselves. There are times of gentle growth when the first blades of grass, first signs of spring begin to emerge in our lives. Whether those signal a new stage of personal growth, a new stage in love, or the first buds of life on a project we're creating. And each season, each time, leads to the next. There is a purpose and a value in each day of your life, in each season of your life. Nurture your time of action, of creating, of doing, and value your quieter times of going within. The more you study nature, the more you will learn about yourself. Nurture and trust the seasons of your soul. Nurture and trust the seasons of your soul. And now it's time for us to meditate. Bring your feet flat to the floor. And we begin with a big breath in. Let all that go. Cultivate Ujjayi breath, deep nasal breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Then nasal breathing if you can. If not, then in through your nose, out through your mouth. You choose. Connect with the soles of your feet, pressing down into the floor. Big toe mounds, center of both heels, and the outer blades of both feet. Allow your body to relax. Even in a relaxed state, create a tall spine. Think of your tailbone adding strength to your lumbar spine supporting your thoracic spine, and your thoracic spine moving up towards your skull, shoulders. Once you've settled in to your physical body, your physicality, just relax where you can relax. Get your mind relaxed. For the relaxation in your shoulders, your upper arms, your forearms, elbows, fingers, just let them become soft, pliable, and relaxed. Bring mind and focus to your breath. With each exhale, go deeper into relaxation. I'll begin with a prayer of protection. You can follow along or you can send it up with your heart intention. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting the cords that bind me to people, places, situations, stories, drama, and any unnecessary rubbish and nonsense I no longer want, no longer need, and no longer serves my purpose. Thank you so much for cutting those ties now. I declare that I'm safe and I am free. Bring your hands over your heart, or one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. This is your devotional prayer to yourself. I am the keeper of my mind and my body. Whatever love is, fear is a stranger. Love is here, within me and with me, flowing out from me in all directions. This love is overflowing and endless. So be it, and so shall it be. And see the light of love within your heart, above your head, from source energy and below, from Mother Earth and above. See this as an eternal fountain of beautiful golden light. Bring your mind to what makes you happy. Bring your mind to what makes you grateful. Bring your mind to the fact that you are a walking, talking angel filled with blessings. And this one big blessing is the blessing of eternal love, eternal light, eternal happiness, eternal joy. Now we bring our prayer to ask the angels to come. Thank you, angels, for reminding us and me of your presence. I am happy to see you, grateful that you're here, and grateful that you have reminded me of what you need for me to know. I'm willing to listen and to receive, and I'm willing to share. So it is, and so shall it be. Bring your mind and your focus to your third eye center. And use your physical ears to hear the sound of your breath going in and out of your body. And looking at yourself from the inside with your eyes closed, internally, intuitively. Let your mind focus on your body, your physical body. And if there's any awkwardness, any pain, any discomfort, any trapped energy, maybe arthritis, it could be stiff joints, it could be overworked muscles, it could be just something trapped from sleep, go to that place on your body with your mind consciousness. Take a big breath into that part of your body. On your exhale, release it and let all of that awkwardness go right down through the center of both heels and be absorbed by Mother Earth. Choose the same area or a different area. Take a breath in. Release it out. One more part of your body, a major part of your body. Take a breath in. Release it out. Then gently sit quietly in your place of meditation. Imagine, if you will, that there is a golden light just like yours, slightly above you, just out in front of you. Just you feel yourself glowing, using your third eye center, just imagine the glow of the energy you're seeing slightly in front of you, slightly above you. Allow the energy, the sphere of energy, the glow of energy, this shape to center itself in alignment with the area around your head and your heart. From the crown of your head through to your heart chakra, just see this as a ball of energy, a sphere of energy matching yours. With your palms facing upward, think of the energy coming from the source, from above you, from the ethers, from the heavens, down into your heart and out through your arms into your palms. Draw the rest of the light from source. You can keep it flowing through your heart down into your abdomen, through all your chakra levels, your hips, your genitals, your tailbone, your buttocks, thighs, knees, calves, shins, lower leg bones, right down into the floor. You are anchored by the love of Mother Earth and the bridge to the heavens. In front of you matches that same light. Continue your breath. As you continue your breath, still seeing you, the brightness of you following your skeletal system, and the light coming from you toward the energy in front of you that matches yours. If you find it difficult to focus, it's okay. Just get as far as you can go. Meditation, visualization is about energy and balance. Using your breath and your creative visualization, get to where you can feel the energy of your twin soul, your spirit guide, just in front of you. Allow the energy to flow from your spirit guide to you, and from you back to your spirit. See whatever colors you wish to see. Feel the energy moving through both of you simultaneously. This is a spiritual cleansing for you, lifting your vibrations, clearing out the energy that no longer serves you, the achy stuff, tight energy that you've been experiencing. Let your whole body be relaxed. Relax into this energy that you feel. And keep your breath going just like this. Start to feel the energy of the spirit becoming more with the energy of you. With the spirit energy lifting your own vibration, ease, comfort, joy, gratitude, blessings. Start to feel the lightness in your feet and your toes. Lift the lightness into your ankles and your shins. Feel the ease of movement in your knees and your upper leg bones. Feel the softness and ease and lightness of your thighs and your buttocks. Feel the lightness and the gentleness of your creativity area, your genitals, your second chakra. The ease of creativity, the ease of movement. Move into your belly. Feel the ease of your digestive system, the lightness of your belly. Feel the balance of all the fluids digesting the foods. Move into your lungs, your heart. Feel the lightness and the cleansing in your blood, the oxygen running throughout your whole body. Lift up through your jaw, down your arms, into your nose and cheeks, eyes and ears, all the way up through the crown of your head, lifting the vibration beyond the top of your head and out towards source. Your hands to prayer at heart center. Honor yourself for going through the motions of lifting your vibration and spiritually cleansing your body. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. Honor all others for their light, their love, and their contribution to the universe. Namaste. So this afternoon at 2 o'clock Eastern, over on my Zoom, I'll put in a little note in a minute to the Facebook and Instagrams and invite people in to perhaps register. It's going to be every Sunday at 2 o'clock. This week, I do really want to talk about channeling. I will pull some cards for those of you that are on the call. If you pop in late, you'll be entered into a waiting room, they call it. That's the Zoom thing. That's not my thing. There's a notification on my screen lets you know that this person, that person's in the waiting room, um, and I'll let you in. It would be helpful to me if you're on this afternoon Zoom, if you can get a camera and audio, so that if you are going to interact with everybody, that we can do it together. It's difficult to get energy with a blank screen and a name across it. Right? Lots of love. Bye.